I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I watched it once and then I went on, never revisited Snow White again. So it's Hollywood, baby.
Disney definitely has some problems in their industry. I don't know who's making the casting decisions, but I feel like they definitely need a drug test. I've gotten multiple jobs in the past, all of which require drug tests, so I don't know why this is any different. I even know people that have to do drug tests for school grants. Like, they won't get like college grants if they fail this drug test. Meanwhile, at Disney, I just want to review Disney's situation in this video. Like, we have Snow White here, and who has the sloth fetish at Disney? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like whatever executive or whoever is making these decisions that need to be drug tested again, he was watching Ice Age, saw Sid, and was like, yeah, that is peak beauty. We definitely need this in some of our movies. So they casted these people. And whoever they casted for Snow White doesn't even seem like she likes the movie. It seems like she purposely sabotaged the movie. She wanted this movie to flop. She purposely is trying to make this movie flop. And also, I don't know why they're like going to her for direction when isn't she just an actor? She's not even a movie star. Like, if you had Scarlett Johansson here, like, okay, yeah, she's got years of experience, sure, but like, who's this sloth-looking chick? Oh, never mind. She was in West Side Story, guys. Oh my god, how could I forget? You guys remember that movie? No, nobody remembers that. Like, but apparently won a Golden Globe Award for the Best Actress. Okay, but then everything else, she's just in up-and-coming movies, so I get it now. Who did she put in her mouth to get these roles? I mean, she said it herself. It is Hollywood after all, so who knows what she's been up to.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. Super weird. So we didn't do that this time.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I think dudes are pretty creepy too if I had to put them in my mouth to climb the ladder. Like, if I had to put creepy old men in my mouth to, you know, get roles in what I want in life, I probably would think men are pretty creepy too. Like, if that is my like sample of men I'm taking from. So, you know, maybe, you know, I was just assuming and joking at first, but maybe something actually really did happen like that.
Cast a guy in the movie, right. Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut, who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
This is the face of somebody that has creepy old man PTSD.
If I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
This is the problem I have with AOC. Girls now are trying to act like her. Like, you're not AOC, little bro. Settle down. Hey, she's the horse, you're the sloth. Like, you don't got the right phenotype to be bringing that energy, baby.
I was scared of the original cartoon.
Then why did you audition for the live action movie, you insufferable piece of shit?
I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So
you are the worst possible candidate they could have chosen, because not only are you ugly and hideous and don't match the character at all, but you also absolutely hate the original animation. Like, what were they doing when they chose you, bro? Like, crack? Cocaine? Like, if anything, you should have saved your talents for the live action Total Drama Island, where you would have perfectly fit Courtney, bro. The director would be like, oh, sweetheart, don't even act. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. You're already the embodiment of her. Just be yourself.
I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was doing this.
I'm sorry to butt in one more time, but like, what is the point of rewatching the film if you're gonna completely change the film? Like, you don't need to rewatch the film. Why did you do that? That's like the inventor of soy milk going to a real cow, staring at the udders and being like, yeah, we really need to understand how the process of this.
1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. And the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
So why didn't you create your own story then? You basically did. You made a whole entire story, but then you just kept the Snow White title For what? Is it because you know that unless you used a household name, nobody's gonna watch your garbage piece of shit movie? I don't know, maybe it'll be good, who knows? It hasn't came out yet, so maybe it'll be good, but if I was a betting man, let's just say I would make some pretty good financial investments.
Reality is that the cartoon was made 85 years ago. It's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a kingdom.
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
Holy smokes, how many packs do you think she's smoking a day? She just came in like, I was not ready for that. I've seen photos of her before, and I did not think she was going to sound like that.
And she's the proactive one, and she's the one who set the terms, is what makes it so relevant to where we are today.
I never got this idea that this is outdated. Women don't want, like, there's definitely girls out there that want to be rescued by a handsome prince. I'm sorry that you were like the ugly one that he never chose, and maybe that's why you're hurt, but like, hey, and you, maybe he just didn't like your smoker voice. I also want to add that, like, yeah, one of the characteristics of Snow White is that she's rescued by the prince or whatever, but also another characteristic is that she's a very kind, loving, with nature person, and this actor, like, just doesn't give that vibe off. Like, I know it's acting, so maybe she can act that way. I don't know. We'll have to see. Or, you know, I just have a feeling they're going to turn Snow White into the next girl boss. Like, maybe that's why they went with the girl boss storyline, because this actor can't even act to be kind. Can't even pretend to be kind and with nature and down to earth. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I just think we need a Disney princess that knows how to trade crypto. But yeah, guys, this is the future of Disney. This is where their movies are going to be headed. And, you know, they're going to be complaining when people don't watch it. And it's most likely going to be something about racist and homophobic or something. I don't know. People didn't like our movie because they're racist and homophobic. I don't want to deal with my own problems. Wah. But this is far from the end of the video. We still got a few more things to talk about, like The Little Mermaid. Again, I don't think they chose the right person to be the lead role of The Little Mermaid. And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's black. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna straight out say it. She is hideous. Like, if they wanted a black chick to put a red wig on and play The Little Mermaid, okay, sure, you know, whatever. There is a handful of black actresses you could have taken from, but you had to choose the like, you knew this was gonna piss people off. Like, somebody at Disney was like, oh, see, we're gonna hire a black chick for The Little Mermaid, see, and we're gonna make her really ugly, see, and when people complain that she's ugly, we're just gonna say it's just because she's black, see. That's the plan, all right? Also, if they wanted to put a black chick in the movie, why not just use Ariana Grande, since she apparently can change skin colors like a chameleon? And even though I think they stayed true to the original story pretty well, they did change one thing. See, the original Little Mermaid took place in Denmark, which it makes sense why she's a ginger redhead with very pale skin, because she's around Denmark. They had to change it to the Caribbean because she's black. Okay, I will admit there is a little issue with her being black. I just don't get why we need to change, you know, history and culture and stuff like that. Like, people will say, okay, I'm not gonna go that far. I won't go that far, but I just don't get it. Like, there's already a black princess. Like, why not just do a live action of The Princess and the Frog? Like, there's already a movie about black excellence in princesshood and stuff like that. Like, black girls can be princesses too, and here's the rich white girl that wanted to be the princess, but she's not. And I really enjoyed the movie. It's a good movie. So why not just do a live action of that instead of, like, making your own movie out of other movies? Well, we are getting towards the end of the video, but I wanted to leave you with something. I saw some news about Jada Smith, you know, the bald lady that Will Smith smacked Chris Brown, or not Chris Brown. He smacked Chris Griffin. I actually forgot the dude's name. Chris Rock. He smacked Chris Rock for talking about his bald wife. She wants to play Rapunzel. Rapunzel, would you please let down your hairline? Okay, that's just a joke. I got that from a satire website, but I actually had to look up to see if the website was satire, because I would actually believe this to be true.